This is a watch I've been looking at for quite some time. In my view, Ferrer's GMT offerings are some of the brand's most attractive and compelling, and I think this unique and colorful reference is near the top. Today we take a look at the Maze II GMT bezel from Ferrer. We recently reviewed a brightly colored aquamatic Portleven diver from Ferrer, and today we continue the exploration into this brand by taking a look at one of its GMT offerings. This company's collections span numerous watch complications, from single 3-hand no-dates to chronographs, divers, and GMTs, and even world timers. Within its GMT collection, the brand has two lines, the no bezel and the bezel GMT. The non-bezel GMTs were launched back in 2017 and include classic models such as Lander. The bezel GMTs were launched in the summer of 2020 and introduced the community to the Crooms, Charlton, and the original Maze, all names of roads that surround the Royal Observatory Greenwich in London, which is the site of Greenwich Mean Time. The Maze was recently updated in 2022 to include a new sapphire bezel, black gloss outlining on the hour markers for improved clarity, a deeper cut pool-tiled dial pattern, and an upgraded movement. These are all really great upgrades for this 2022 model. Let's get into it. The case on this watch comes in at a reasonable 41mm in diameter, 12.3mm in thickness, and an impressive 44mm lug-to-lug. The 41mm face, when combined with the stout 44mm lug-to-lug, means that this watch wears very comfortably on most wrist sizes, including my 16cm wrist, while also providing some great wrist presence. Made with 316L marine-grade stainless steel, this case, in keeping with its utility-focused approach, is fully brushed with an impressive circular pattern on the top of the case and the lugs, and a horizontal pattern on the sides of the case. There are some small sections on the top of the case, including the edges that separate the sides and the top, which are highly polished to give this watch a bit of pop, and the back of the case is also polished. The bezel is a 24-click bidirectional bezel with bi-coloring, with black from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and white from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. A nicely domed sapphire crystal protects this dial, and the watch comes equipped with a signature Ferrer bronze-capped screw-down crown, which helps preserve water resistance of 200 meters. As with most Ferrer watches, the face is really impressive and is drenched with color and personality. The dial in this Maze is a sepia white engraved grid, reminiscent of a pool tile texture, with raised and polished black steel hour markers that are mostly circular but with sticks at the 3 and 9 position, the logo at the 12, and a matching date window at the 6. The hour minute hands are black steel baton hands. The GMT hand is a bright red arrow, and the seconds hand, which extends as far as possible to the periphery of the case, is brushed steel with the baby blue Ferrer logo at the tip. The hands and hour markers are filled with Superluminova Grade A ice blue lume and is ridiculously bright. The back of the case gives way to an exhibition case back to display the inner workings of this watch, including the custom skeletonized Ferrer rotor and the impressive perlage work. The Maze II is powered by an upgraded Sellita SW330-2 top-grade GMT automatic movement, which provides for 56 hours of power reserve. This is not a traveler's GMT, but rather an office GMT. A true GMT, or a traveler's GMT, is a movement where the local hour hand can be easily adjusted to reflect the new time zone you are landing in by jumping the hours. By contrast, an office GMT is where the GMT hand is the one that is easily adjusted by jumping hours. Certainly not a deal breaker even for someone who travels a lot, and I can definitely respect both approaches for GMT movements. One great thing about the Ferrer experience is that the company offers many great strap options when you purchase a watch, from steel and titanium bracelets to leather and rubber straps. I opted for a sporty blue rubber tang style strap as well as a steel bracelet for this watch. All straps and bracelets come equipped with quick release mechanisms to make switching straps a breeze. I love everything about this watch, and at under $1,500 US, you're getting a lot of quality and creativity for your money. The case fit and finish is really good, and the size will fit most wrists comfortably. The open case back with custom rotor and perlage work is a really impressive feature and is something you don't see much at this price point. The dial is stunning, and the creativity and detail is simply world class. The only criticism I have of this watch is the line dividers on the GMT bezel make it a bit confusing to read the second time, since the next hour is only reached when the GMT hand points directly at the number. But since the line for that number starts before you get to that point, it looks like you are within the time frame of that hour. The line separating the numbers should really be viewed as the 30-minute mark for the prior number. While this colorful and playful style may not be for everyone, it's clear that Ferrer is really pushing the boundaries in a refreshing way, and we need brands like this in the market so that everyone doesn't end up wearing something that looks like a Submariner or an Aquaterra. What I love about the Ferrer collection is that they are true conversation pieces. Unless you are pretty deep into this watch thing, you probably won't know what a Ferrer watch is, and you will undoubtedly be intrigued by the design, shapes, and color on these watches. Also, a lot of Ferrer watches, like this Maze, have open case bags, which will allow you to better explain what an automatic mechanical movement is to people who might not know. These pieces unlock conversation and spread interest about watches and watchmaking. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please remember to leave a thumbs up and add a comment. That would be much appreciated. See you in the next video.